Welcome technicians. Today we look into how to add reagents to our Cobas C311 instrument. Now as you are aware, it is a closed system and it is barcode locked also. So you cannot use any reagent from outside company or pour the reagent from an outside company and all. So like that and all is not possible in this instrument. So I hope you already checked the older videos to know exactly how the software looks like and the hardware part of it looks like and all. So to add any reagent or any type of such works like adding, removing, all those works, so the instrument needs to be in standby. So it cannot be done in a sampling stop or any other status of the instrument. So the instrument needs to be in standby. So once it is in the standby, let us go to the reagent. In the reagent settings, so you have these many informations that all of those are very important to us. Okay, so one more thing we need to know during this time only I will add is, see, when you go to AU and click on it, so this is the reagent overview. When you click on the reagent overview, it will tell the whole the reagents that are present inside the reagent disk. So these are all the reagents that are present. So you click on any of this reagent and go for the details. So it will tell you the details about that particular position of the reagent. Like for example, in the 15th position we have HDL cholesterol, so which has got 171 test, but it was calibrated on 10th, but the registration of this particular HDL has actually happened on 8th February. So this will tell that the same lot reagent has been added and it is continuing to work. So such type of information you can get it from here. So now coming back to reagent, so it has got two windows, settings and status. In settings there are various columns, each of them are important to us. So first is the position, that is the position number at which this particular reagent is sitting. So as per the reagent, this positioning is adjusted. Okay, like albumin will always come first, alkaline phosphatase, ASTL, like that is the way in which our instrument is working. So albumin will always come. So the position is as per that. Now this is the available test. So for albumin, how many tests we can do, that information this available test number will give. So for example, for albumin we have 16 tests we can run, alkaline phosphatase 337 tests we can do, SGOT we can do 239 tests, STPT 57 tests, like that each of these will tell. So this is the number of tests that is available for us to do the test. Okay, that is what it is going to tell. Now this is an extra column which we have added. This will only tell about the alarm. So we have set an alarm so that we know that when the reagent is becoming low and all. So this is the purple alarm for which I have set. Like for example, when the reagent becomes less than 20 and all, it will immediately alert me that the reagent is very low in the instrument. For that purpose, we have put this type of alarm. This is the optional one. Okay, now the type indicates that what type of reagent it is. Like for example, the albumin, it is all telling here all these reagents are assay reagents. Assay reagent means these are all the reagents that are required to do the test. Okay, so that is what is the exact meaning of assay reagent. Okay, so there are other reagents also, like for example, see, as you can see, A1CD2, this is a diluent. So this is required for the running the test, but this mainly functions as a diluent. So NaCl also works as a diluent whenever in decreasing mode or something we give. Whereas EcoD, as you can see, it is given as a bath detergent. So this is mainly required to maintain the water bath in a non-infected way. Like that, each of these will indicate what type of reagent that is sitting there. Okay, so then this is the remaining test. Now remaining test means for this particular albumin reagent how many tests are remaining, that it will tell. So for if let us say that I have already put a backup reagent to it, then here the available test will be total of the test that is available, whereas here at that particular position of the reagent how many tests are remaining, that only this remaining test will indicate. So this is very important to us. Okay, so like for example, if albumin, if I put one more test and if it has got a 250 test, the available test will read it as 266, whereas in 9th position the remaining test will be 16 only. Like that it will read. That is the important thing we need to know. Okay, now reagent code. See, this is another thing which is very important, which most of the junior technicians will forget about or not know, is the reagent code. Reagent code means, see, for albumin 2 in Roche, this is the reagent code for it. So wherever in the world you go for albumin 2, this is the reagent code which remains constant. Now albumin 2 and albumin T2, which is basically the name for microalbumin. So many times the technicians get confused which reagents to add. So during that time you can always correlate with this, like, this is albumin 2, which is 0765929, right? So if you go to albumin 2 and you look at the system ID, see, this is 0765929. So whenever you have a doubt, you can go to the system ID and the reagent ID and see, match it whether the particular reagent you are going to add is the same or not. Okay, so that is what it is going to tell you. So this reagent code is always constant, it will never change. If any generation changes happens and now albumin 2 becomes albumin 3, then this reagent code also changes to that particular unique only. Okay, so by that it will be easy for you to correlate and put that particular reagent only into the instrument. Okay, so next one is the lot number. Lot number means when all the reagents are coming from the same manufacturing time. So that is what we at present let us understand in that fashion. So is the lot number. Now why lot number is also important is, whenever the same lot number reagent is given to the instrument, and if the calibration are valid, the instrument will not further ask for calibration. Okay, see, albumin, alkaline phosphatase, LFT, RFT, all these type of reagents, we will always have 1 or 2 reagent as a backup, because we can't order them every now and then. So we will always have backup. So many of the times what happens, this lot number reagent, when it is already present, you should always add that particular lot number only. You should not add another lot number where, let us say that another lot number is 00075 3195, like that. So what is going to happen, that will go for a new lot number and the instrument will ask for calibration, isn't it? But already this particular lot number will stay behind and its expiration date is also nearer. So because of that reason, you should always look at the lot number. So how to see the lot number? So see, if you go to this area, so it is written here that what is the lot number of the instrument, like 712198. Now last 2 digits you can always ignore. So even with all the COBAS system, the last 2 digits you can always ignore, because they will be like 00, 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06. So up to 06 I have seen. So this is important to us. So this 01, 02, 03, 04, 05, 06 you can always ignore. Okay, so if you look at it, see 0712198. So after that 01, 02, 03 it is not showing, right? So you should always remember about the lot number. So same lot number, no calibration usually is asked, and the instrument will run without any requirement for calibration or anything. So old calibration only it will still run. Okay, for that purpose and adding a new reagent, so during that time always correlate the reagent code and the lot number, and based on that only you add the reagent. Sequence number, let us not bother for our at this time. So expiration date, so this is the expiry of that particular reagents, like 24th of June 2024 it is going to expire, like that. And this bracket ones is the what we call it as the onboard expiry, means once the reagent is opened, so it is available for these many days only. After that the reagent may get spoiled, or over a period of time because of air exposure and all. So that is what it is indicating. So during that time the call to continue or not to continue is mine, so you will not have to bother. But remember that the reagents, when it is open, the expiry dates are different, and the reagent which is not yet open, the expiry dates are different. So when it is opened, we call it as onboard expiry. So during that time, any error in the testing or any problem that happens, the company will be held responsible, and they will take action based on that. If it is, once it is becomes the onboard expiry becomes 0, at that time if the values are not correct, then we may have to change the reagent, like that. Okay, so this is the expiration date, this is the onboard expiration date. So just to sum up, so this is the position at which this instrument, this reagent is sitting. So total available test, that is from multiple albumin, if it is present also, it will show the same thing. So this is the alarm which I have set. This is an assay type of reagent. So the remaining from this particular 9 position of albumin, only 16 tests are available. This is the reagent code of the instrument, this is the lot number, and this is the expiration days and onboard expiration days. So this is how you need to remember. Okay, now once you look at the reagent, so you will understand that so there are different types of reagents, but all are dimensionally of similar type, and they will have the like this barcodes. So you should not touch the barcode, should not put any scratches or any such thing into this barcode. This is very important. Okay, so that much you should always know. And then let us go to the status window. In the status window, many of the things are going to be repeated, but few things which is important to us. So first, when you put, see again the albumin 16 tests are available, like that. If you click on the available test, it will in an ascending order, it will automatically arranges itself. So I have not done it, so because we have an yellow alarm to show that whenever the test is below 50, this yellow alarm will always always comes. So 16 like this, these are all the things. Now a few important things what we know is, see now as I told you, if you click on that, it will also tell that this is a diluent type, it is at the position 3, 8 ml is remaining, the onboard stability is 0. So like that it will also tell. Okay, so NaOHD, it is a detergent type, at 11th position 40 ml is remaining, 82 days of stability is there. So like that it will show. Now important few things which is required for the status level is the ISC. So ISC is the reagents. There are 3 reagents that is required for electrolyte determination, right? So you click on that, it will always show the ml which is at the lowest. Okay, so in this case 192 is the lowest, so it is showing 192. So if reference is low, it will show the reference like that. But whenever you click on it, you can always see here. So ISC reagents are 3: internal diluent, internal standard, and reference. Okay, so here you can reset them. Okay, see these ISC reagents are not present in the reagent disk. Instead, they are present here outside, and they are always open only. Okay, only the reference, it is not closed actually. It is not picked up by the reagent probe. Instead they have a separate pipe for it, so for that reason it is outside. It has got a pipe attached to it. Otherwise they are all open. So this is the diluent, the internal standard is always bigger, and then the reference. So like this. Okay, they are always outside. Okay, so here whenever you require, you need to reset it. So you have to select whichever is required, or you can select all the 3 and put ISC volume reset. They will always reset to maximum. Okay, and they will always come to 0 or empty. Okay, so there is never no option of setting it to whatever number you want. Okay, so that is very important to know. Okay, so similarly we also have um, uh, this detergent solutions. So that is your cell clean 1, cell clean 2, sample cleaner 1, and sample cleaner 2. So this cell clean 1, cell clean 2 are these one. Okay, this is the NaOHD cassette is the cell clean 1, then acid wash is the cell clean 2, and then these are all the sample diluents, sample cleaner 1 and 2. 2 is not required for C311 instrument, only 1 is required. Okay, so these also you can reset here directly. So you just have to select it, put a reagent volume reset, it automatically resets. So please do remember, even if the reagent is full, if the resetting is not done here, it automatically always, once it becomes 0, the instrument will give a red alarm and it is going to stop. It will not know that reagent is still coming, so I can still run the test like that, and all instrument is not going to think. Okay, so it's very important whenever you fill these reagents or change the cans, you should always make sure that you are resetting it here. Usually we always do it whenever we are doing the ISC wash and ISC calibrations. So we tagged these managements with the ISC modules. Okay, so now this is the window where everything is happening. So now when before you add a new reagent, always look at the empty positions. Now here is the top where it is showing the number of empty positions that are available in the instrument. Okay, so so if you are adding any reagent, always there should be empty positions. Without empty positions you cannot add. So either you have to remove a reagent or adjust or something like that you have to do. So now here it's already 8 positions are available, so you put it as loading, so immediately it will come. So cassette loading, so you execute it. Now once it executing, the processing will start. See, as I told you, this is a instrument which doesn't trust the technicians. It will always cross check everything, probe movement, that movement, this movement and all those things, and based on that only it will take. And once it is ready, it will open. This is the reagent which I am going to add now. So it will open the reagent door. Now reagent door is always locked with this one, so it is always in the locked position only. So once the instrument is ready, it will open it. So you can open the door, and once you open the door, immediately this barcode will on. Now this is a fixed barcode, so you need to move the reagent only to make it read. So you have to keep the reagent here. The barcode should be facing the barcode reader side, and you have to slowly move the reagent to this in this path. Okay, so once you move, immediately it will read. In the monitor you can see that albumin, this is the reagent code, this is the lot number, this is the expiration date, all those things it will tell. Immediately you keep it and you close the door. Okay, now if you want to add any more reagent, you just keep quiet. After the movement, the reagent disk will move, and it will again open, and again you open this thing, and again move this reagent barcode into it. So, and then it will, you put the see the monitor, it is telling that this is the reagent, and you place the reagent to that particular position and close. So please do remember that the opening of the door is for a very short time. So you cannot just give the and go it out somewhere else expecting that it will remain open. No, this is a inside it is an air conditioned controlled temperature monitoring is there. So because of that reason, so if you don't close it on time, this will always close, and after that when you try to close the door, it will not close. The air leak, temperature leak, everything will happen, and at some point of time the instrument may stop. Okay, so for that reason, when you're adding the reagent, be meticulous and make sure that everything is done there and there itself. Okay. Okay, and once you close the door and you give the give here end, so immediately the instrument will pick up the piercer. Okay, now the piercer, depending upon the instrument, there can be problems with a piercer. See, as you can see, this piercer, this is the piercing part of the instrument, and this is the holder part, and this is our reagent probe. So many times, there is a spring action here. If the spring action doesn't work, it will give a red alarm and stop. These problems won't come in a new instrument. Ours is almost 10-year-old instrument. So now and then, there may be problems in how it picks up and, it gets trouble into. So during that time, please don't try to do anything. Just call me so that, I can come and correct the thing. So normally 95% of the times, even with our 10 years of instrument, problems won't come. But whenever it comes, don't try to do anything, new things. So always let me know. Okay. So this is how the whole thing goes. So it will come, it will do the piercing, and once, see, as you can see, it has done piercing, but it doesn't know what is the test and all those things. Okay, so once it does the piercing, after that it will go back, put the piercer back in this position, and it will go and check how much fluid or how much reagent is there. And once it checks how much reagent is there and all, after that it will tell you here how much this thing is there, like 150 tests is there, 200 tests is there, depending upon what is this thing. So based on that, it will tell how much tests are present in the reagent. Okay, so last time, as I told you, see, this total protein, only one test is present in 8th, whereas in another position 300 to 299 test is there. So total 300 test available, test remaining test, like that. Okay, so once a piercing happens only, it will come, and then immediately after that it comes to standby. Now once it comes to standby, so it is not the end of the work. So whenever you add a new reagent, whether it is the same lot, different lot, whatever it is, always go to calibration, and then you go to status, and put a click on the cause and see whether that particular reagent is asking for calibration or not. Okay, so now even with the same lot of reagent also, sometimes it may ask for calibration if the calibration period is long. Okay, so for that reason, you should always cross check whether it is asking for calibration or not. So that is the basic requirement. Okay, so now during this whole procedure, any type of red alarm or any such problem develops, so please always call me. Don't try to do anything heroic. So you may have to take some photos and other things to inform me whether I can handle the situation through phone, or do I need to come and actually correct it. So please do also remember that reagent adding, reagent removal, and all those things are always done in the night time only. So we don't do it on daytime, so that the patient sampling and all will never suffer. Okay, I hope you understand this. Thank you.